Whoa, what the frick? What is that? Whoa, you guys see that? What is that thing? I don't know. Welcome. It is Monday. We're back. It's Monday. I'm not on screen for some reason. What happened? Where am I? Guys? It's loading. Here I am. Guys, don't you worry. You're like, oh no, where's Wolfie? Here he is. He's right there. He's consumed by this location, which is actually New Zealand. Can you believe this? Kaikoura, New Zealand? The Southern Rock Lobster, as made popular by Family Guy, Rock Lobster. Remember that one, guys? Remember? Anyway, welcome to Stream Elements. Welcome Slimolder, welcome Edward Bro, welcome Nutritious, welcome Anwich, welcome Tag Barrel, and Duck, and that's everyone. That's literally everyone. No one else will ever show up. So we're back with some Game Boy game development. My voice also feels a bit weird today. It doesn't feel like, you know, full capacity regular voice. It feels a little bit raspy. I don't know if you can tell. It sounds a bit raspy. I don't know why that happens. I have no idea. Every time this happens, I'm always like, am I sick? But like not in the good way, you know, like sick, but like in the bad way. I don't know. Anyone else sick? Anyone else like sick in the bad way? Yeah, it's also the first stream after the United States has observed some sort of daylight saving related change. And it's very dark. It's actually so dark. When I started my stream and I looked outside, it was so dark. Also, welcome JD. It's so dark, guys. You don't even know. If you asked me to tell you how dark it was, I would be like, I don't even know. Welcome BrainZap. I need to be offline. Imagine there's an update to On Together. Let's find out what that update is. Welcome Piss. BrainZap. Wolfist. Wolf EST, like the Eastern Standard Time. Which it is right now. It's literally Eastern Standard Time. Say hello to Firefox Profiles. What was I on before? Firefox Noob Files. Am I right, guys? Get it? Profiles, Noob Files. Good one. Good one. Welcome, Durga. What was I doing? Why did I open Firefox? I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, we're doing this. Now, what did I do since last time? I'm kind of like, I was looking at my recent schedules, and I was kind of like, I feel like maybe I need to change it up a bit. Thank you guys for clapping. Thank you. No, it's fine. No, don't you worry. I was thinking, because like, I just always just do like game development on Monday, and then like, you know, Wednesday we got this stuff, right? It's like the same thing. It's literally the same thing. I've not played a new game outside of like Variety Saturday in like ages. But like, what do I do? I don't even know. What do people even do? Welcome Sander, welcome Ikanu. I don't even know. There's like games that I could play, but I'm like, do I want to? We did have what's it called? Welcome Let's Butts. We did have what was that game? Outer Wild. I purchased this in 2023 thinking I'd play it someday, and then I just never did. Maybe it's time to at some point play it. I don't know. Gaming. They play Scrandle. I do that. It's kind of weird because I feel like I do play more games than most people, but then it's like on Saturdays only. And then like the rest of the week, everything is just the same, you know? You're just doing the same stuff. And then people go, he's doing the same stuff. This Wolfie guy is always doing the same thing. Every time I tune in, he's always on doing this stuff. Okay, this is the on together lobby. If you want to join, there it is. I'm a little pessimistic about Wolfie enjoying Outer Wilds, but like literally I've never seen anyone dislike it. Like all the people who I've seen play it, they're all like, this is the best game of all time, Outer Wilds, goated game. Literally like at least 5 people. It is puzzly and it's reading and 3D navigation, which could cause knowledge. That is also true. I do get a bit of motion sickness from games that require a lot of vertical movement. And that is perhaps one of them. But I don't know. Like, I haven't tried. What if I try it? What if I just do it on Friday? Or Wednesday? It could happen, guys, it could happen. But then, like, it's not on my schedule. And then people tune in and they're like, "Wait, Wolfie, I didn't know you were playing Outer Wilds. If I had known, I would have dropped everything. It's my favorite game. Wolfie, you're probably my favorite game." I have to watch. I got this bad because the horizon isn't still even. Because the horizon isn't still even? What? Oh, motion sickness. I see. I don't know, but it's like, it's everyone's favorite game, right? Choco Jax played it and it was her favorite game, and then like Pomu played it. It's her favorite game. Min Costella also really likes it, I think. Vac really likes it. Amelia Watson really liked it. I have not seen a single person be like, "I freaking hate this game. Can't believe Outer Wilds. Oh, grr. It's messed up." I don't know. There's also other games. Are there other games though? No, there are no other. There's actually no other games. I can be an Outer Wilds hater. Have you played it? Piss, have you played it? Drop everything. Guys. Anyone, not like it? Because I've never seen it. Welcome, Ilorezi. I've only seen people say it's a white people game. Hey, some of those people that I mentioned are not white. Well, okay, one of them is not white. But, it's, you know, that's not only white people. I watch Hackerling play it a bit. It's also her favorite game, right? It's everyone's favorite game. They stopped making games after it released. Yeah, there's no more. Is Banjo white people code? I don't know. Guys, I have no authority on this subject. I love non-whites too. Alright. Well, anyway. I've heard Outer Wilds is good, and I do have it, so... Anyway, we're gonna sit down. Guys, we're sitting down. Sitting down out here. And we start working on something, and everyone's like, "He's starting to program, I'm out of here. Not watching this." Banjo's United States coded. What do you think is the most US game? Call of Duty, perhaps? Call of Duty? Any fans of Call of Duty? No. No one plays that. Or like Call of Duty, like duty but spelled like poop. Welcome C. Poland. Wolfie, do you hear about Miku Expo? What about it? Did something happen with Miku Expo? Is there any significant news about this expo? Is the real Miku going to be there? Any fans of Miku out there? It's happening. Isn't it always happening though? Is this new information? I don't know. Anyway, how are you all doing? Anyone else experiencing daylight saving related emotions? Such as sadness and the fact that it's really dark outside now. I feel so tired. I feel like time goes by so much slower when the clock goes back. Cause like yesterday I was like it was like 4 p.m. or like 5 p.m. and I was like, man, it feels like it's 7 p.m. right now. But I looked at the clock and I was like, it's only 5. That's crazy, guys. I'm having daylight savings happiness. I got to close the curtain. This guy likes when it's darker earlier. Why? Can't believe this. You could play the excellent and unique vintage game Magic Carpet and Magic Carpet 2. No, I don't think I will. I do not mind the time going back, time going forward messes me up. I think we should just stop doing it. Like in general. I think it's not cool to have to constantly change time. If time was meant to be changed, it would have happened naturally. And some people might say time is a man-made construct. Maybe you're right. We don't do daylight savings here anymore, which is sad because I liked it. What? Why? Why do people enjoy it? Someone said that it was dark for 17 hours in Norway during winter. I think that is the optimal day-night ratio. 17 hours? There's so many hours. At what time does the sun go up and go down, though? It's so dark. I miss the days of going outside. It's like 8 p.m. and the sun is still out. I don't know, I didn't pry. This guy's not even prying, man. This guy's not even prying. What are you even doing? If you're not even asking people about their own conflicts in life, when someone tells you, you know, you ask them how they're doing and they're like, oh, it's going well. Can't complain, and then you go tell me about all your problems in life. Friend, and they're like, I'm not your friend. And then you go, I thought we were friends. And he's like, you don't know me. Don't you pretend like you know me. And then they start crying and you're like, oh dude, what's wrong? And it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. Not your buddy pal. Exactly. Can't believe this. Anyway guys, we're making puzzles. Any fans of puzzles? Anyone like puzzles? No, the answer is no. Everyone freaking, they hate it. They tune in and I'm making puzzles and they're like, I don't know what this is, guys. What the frick are they doing? Welcome, Nabunan. I think our shortest day is like 7.5 hours. It's crazy. Sunset time in Norway. Was it Tiny? Was Tiny the one telling you about Norway? 7:44 a.m. Sun up. 4:15. That's crazy. Are you Norwegian? Tiny's I knew that. That's why I mentioned Tiny. Welcome. Is this the puzzle hating club? No. No, this is the puzzle neutral club. If you are neutral about puzzles, then you can be here. Sundown? Yeah. That's what it's called. It's sundown. Sunday. What am I doing, guys? Anyone else have an existential crisis? Anyone, like, I gotta change stuff up. What if I like puzzles? Well, then you're in the right place. You can learn. Do you know how to play picross? Because if you like puzzles, you might enjoy picross. What if I have no strong feeling? That's fine. You know, that's also fine. No, well, you could learn. You could be like, whoa. Well, Wolfie, what is this game you've been working on for several months? It seems cool, right? Has it been several months? I don't know if it has. It's been at least a month, probably. Welcome, Props Not Jack. Change stuff up by going to conventions. What, like the Geneva convention, guys? Any fans of Geneva Con? What's everyone's favorite war crime? It's been several weeks. True. Actually, so true. Look at that. That's the lactose-free cake. But I only labeled it as cake, so people don't even know. I'll have to ask him. I think we have a shared favorite war crime. But like, why would you need to ask him if it's also your favorite one? Like, wouldn't you know what it is? Welcome, Porkfu. All the US ones, all the US war crimes, like which one though? Tier list? War crimes tier list? That's true. That's true, you could forget. Anyone forget anything recently? What was the last thing you forgot? If you can name it. If you somehow remember the last thing you forgot. Is that possible? Can you tell us? Forgore and Forgore. You think if Goofy forgore something, he'd go, I forgorsh. Because he says gorsh. Garsh. I forgorsh. Welcome, Cryptic Command. Forgot to set my alarm this morning. You know the annoying part about daylight saving is when you have analog clocks and you have to change them manually. Almost forgot to check if I needed to pay property taxes directly or from my HOA internet. Do you own a home? Wait guys, can we read about daylight saving? Didn't I do this already? I already did this, guys. We already did this. March 10th. Save your, go to the bank. Daylight. You put the daylight in the jar. And then it doesn't work. I forgot to tell work about my cryptography exam on the 14th. They rostered me to work. Rostered. Is that a thing that people say they rostered you? Also, welcome Mint. Mint, I was talking about Outer Wilds, and I was like, this is everyone's favorite game. Literally everyone freaking loves that game. And I was like, that's Mint Costello enjoys that game as well. My stove clock is not getting updated. It's gonna be wrong for 4 months. Wait, is daylight savings only 4 months? I guess it's in March, huh? It's really good, maybe ball. Yeah, that's good. That's high praise. Ballin'. Anyone else ballin' right now? We were talking, yeah, we were. We were so talking about everyone. Microwave, yeah, you change the time on your microwave. Ballin'. Daylight savings last 4 months? It does. March 10th. Welcome Xtag. I just leave my clocks normal and manually subtract an hour in my head. That's probably the way to do it. I do that. And I'm too late. You know how like when you have, if you have like a digital clock that has 12-hour time and 24-hour time, it's kind of annoying because sometimes it's like once you go past, if you're manually adjusting the clock and it goes, you know, to 12-hour time and then it goes to 24-hour time. So sometimes when you just need to change your clock back 1 hour, you actually have to go ahead like 20, what is it, 40 something hours? Because I don't know how to explain it. You understand, guys. Everyone understands me. What? Okay, here's what I'm saying, okay? So let's say you have a digital clock, okay? It says right now, if it's like 12, it's like 11:59 a.m., right? Your clock is in AM, PM mode, 12-hour mode, right? And then you have a button that changes your time by plus 1 hour. Okay, so if you manually went ahead, if you, let's say it's 11:59 and you wanted to change the time to 10:59 a.m., but you can only go forward, okay? You press the button one time, it'll go to 12:59 p.m. a.m. Yes, a.m. It's kind of messed up though. The fact that it goes from like 11:59 a.m. to 12:59 a.m. and then it goes to like 1 a.m. Like, why would this not be? I don't know. Well, anyway, so it's like this, right? You press it once. This is plus 1 press, right? And then you press it many more times, And then it goes to 11:59 a.m., right? This is plus 12. If you press it 12 times, it goes here, right? No, wait, I've messed up. It actually goes to PM. What am I saying? It actually goes to PM. No, you don't understand. Guys, you don't understand. Okay. PM, right? Is this it? You press it once? No, that's not true. No, guys, what am I saying? And then you press it more times, and then it goes to the next mode, which says 13:50, and then it goes to like 23:59, right? And then it goes back to AM PM mode. You got 12:59 AM, right? You have to press many times. Okay, no one understands my struggles. You think you could find people that you could relate to, and they're all like, Wolfie, what the frick are you talking about? What the frick is what is he saying? I don't understand. But there's gonna be someone who understands. Just use only 24 hours. You don't understand. These are the old style digital clocks. Can I search if anyone has the same issue? Digital clock that has 24-hour and 12-hour mode during daylight saving, but you have to press the hour button many times. Surely there's going to be someone on Reddit that agrees with me based on this very specific search. And press the +1 hour 23. That's what I'm saying. But then, like, if the clock toggles between 12-hour and 24-hour based on whether you press +hour after that time, I don't. You know what? You guys don't get it. You just don't get it, guys. No one understands me. It's messed up. What am I doing today? What if we make a clock? What if today's puzzle is simply a clock? Replace your clock? I can't do that. Maybe I would understand that had I ever experienced daylight savings. Oh. Does Australia not do that? You're lucky. I've talked about this before, but like sometimes you'll have people like from Japan visiting the US. For example, like guests for anime conventions, and they'll visit during when daylight saving time changes, and they don't have daylight savings in Japan. So then they'll just be like tweeting, they're like, oh, I'm in America for this convention, and then they'll be, what the frick, the time, I was awake at like 2 a.m. and the time went back, what the frick? They post that on Twitter, and then all the American fans are like, yo, this is so true, we understand this. And then the people in Japan are like, what the frick? All their Japanese fans are responding. They're like, what, they do that? What the frick is that? Stuff like that happens. A clock that reads 6:35. Exactly. Is so sick. Guys, it's literally so sick. What if I was sick right now? First time I heard about daylight savings, I thought it was a one-off thing that they decided should happen. It should be. Unfortunately, it's not the case. It's something we have to deal with for real. For real, unfortunately. I enjoy time zone chaos. Do you, though? What's your favorite thing about time zones and chaos? If we didn't have DST today and someone proposed it, everyone would be like, what the heck are you talking about, right? They'd be like, just change the clock back and like coordinate all this stuff for what? For nothing. For literally no reason. Guys, literally there's no reason to do this. Does anyone else insist on putting like meeting at 7 p.m. UTC -8? You're meeting at 7 p.m.? For what? Farmers would go crazy. I feel like most farmers would not care. They'd be like, I don't know about this. It started during World War II. The war is over. We need to stop. The war is never over. There's always a war going on. I like being pedantic and not arbitrary about the times things need to happen. I guess. I don't know. Isn't that managed by like your calendar app? Or whatever. Wolfie, what's your favorite candy? I feel like someone asked me this last week. And I did not have an answer, because I don't really eat candy. But I don't know. I don't know what it would be. What am I doing? I was trying to make a clock, but I feel like it's kind of boring. No, chocolate is different. If someone asked you your favorite candy and you said chocolate, I feel like that's not it. That's not it. I feel like, what are you talking about? That's a different category, okay? You can't be saying that. JD says, Wolfie, if you could change the time for all of the world at once, what time would you make it? I don't know. Right now. 5:31 p.m. Eastern Time. 7 p.m. UTC minus 8, so it's like 11 a.m. UTC minus 8 is PST. UTC minus 7 is PDT. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You guys think I know things? I don't know things. Sugar, yeah, but it's different. Candy is not the same as chocolate. Wolfie, if you were forced to eat a candy of your choice, what would you pick? Let's see. What are some examples? Candy, okay, let's see. Of these things, maybe, oh, you know what's like kind of alright? It's the freaking Coca-Cola gummy candy. Japanese Coca-Cola gummy candy. Oh, this is a Haribo one, but I mean, like, maybe it's this one. I don't know. Fro Google's candy, yeah. Candies. You may want to Google candy brands. Oh, come on. What the frick are these? Butter Snap, Tiffin, Golden Crisp, Dairy Crunch. These aren't real. These are fake. Strawberry milk candy. I don't know. I googled candy brands. It was 80% chocolate. Right? This stuff should not be. It's a different. It's a different thing, guys. These are not candy. These are candy. These are different things. Boston baked beans. Is that a candy? Boston baked bean. Runs bottle caps. Ferrara. I don't know, guys. The dots. I think in the state of Washington, candy is specifically under refrigerated goods, which is easy to get a business license to sell, than fridge goods. Are people putting candy in the fridge? Is that common? Candy is not okay. That makes more sense because I was like, I didn't know people were doing that. This is like saying VTubers are not streamers. No, this is different. This is a different category, okay? Candy can be considered, but also distinct. Okay, let's not read the AI generated summary. What about this one? Is chocolate technically candy? It's complicated. This also seems AI generated. I can't trust articles anymore. This isn't the same because I don't put VTubers in my mouth? Why not? Haven't you heard of the energy drink company which has VTuber flavors? I don't know. Published 2023, so AI. 2023. 2023. Speak for yourself. Ham sounds like a food. I mean, it is a food. It is a food. What do you think about this candy? When you eat this candy, this is the candy that makes you jump. If for some reason like you lost the ability to jump, this candy would theoretically recover that ability. I think that'd be pretty cool. This is the cake that allows you to climb, to ledge grab, I mean. This is the cookie that lets you climb walls. Sorry, it's the other way around. I think the cake is after the cookie. I've forgotten. This candy seems rare. It's not a rare candy. Is cookie candy? No. It's a different, it's a confectionery, right? What is a confectionery? No, that's not it. It's a different thing, right? Candy is it's not a confectionery. What am I saying? What is a confectionery? Candy? Candy is confectionery. Sweet foods. Hey, but like this stuff though. It's like kind of like cookie. XQC, do you watch XQC? Did you XQC that stream? Get it like see? Like to visualize? To see something? What if we what if you looked at my list of ideas for nonograms? Why would I do that? I don't know. You mentioned him. Anyone mentioning streamers? Everyone, can you name streamers? Name a streamer right now. Put egg in my mouth. Welcome Catpots, thank you for the 11 ones. Borgir, I already have that. It's literally right here. Squeaks, John Pork, can't think of any. NL. John Pork is not a streamer. That's a meme. How is work? Hardly. I hardly worked today. I barely got anything done. And that's fine because like my sprint goals are very small this week because I'm on call. So it's expected that I only answer customer questions, and by customer I mean people who have questions about the things that our team works on. Barely smiles. Profectionary, what about a skull? I could do that. Is a skull relevant to the Wolfie stream though? Also welcome Remblanc. Bonk for a cheap price. Satisfactory. It is Halloween. Yeah, but Halloween is over though. Think about how Halloween is over. I mean, look at like list of games that I've played. Wolfie, Twitch, Twitch.tv. Click on this thing. Ice cream truck puzzle. Ice cream truck. Oh, because like the ice cream truck is outside. I could maybe. Oh, I could have one that's just ice cream. Or like a popsicle. Ice cream. What's that one? Christmas tree. True, I could do that. What about just ice cream? Let's have one that's like ice cream. But like to have it be fully relevant, it's gotta be like... What if it was like tilted, you know? If you rotate things, you can fit more of it. So like the ice cream could be like this. Nah, maybe not. Well, Waffles flavor Haagen-Dazs. Yeah, but you tried doing that, and I feel like it was a bit hard to read. Did I do a Game Boy? I did consider it, but Mario's Picross already has a Game Boy. I guess it doesn't stop me from just stealing their puzzle. I guess I could just do that. Like, this is one of the puzzles in Mario's Picross. And like, do I want to steal this specifically? I guess it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but like... What if it was? Steal the Git logo, the GitHub logo. What if the Game Boy game had a DS puzzle? But like, I haven't really played DS games on my stream though. Welcome Altscop. Go Wolfie go, but why is he sitting? Don't you normally post a cheering emote for that? What if I had one that was like Mario? Mario's hat. What if I had one that was like... Oh, I still don't have one that's like a fish, right? I got a shrimp. I have, this stuff. I don't have a fish. I want you to be comfy while you're going. But where am I going, though? Are you telling me to leave? This guy's telling me to go? Can't believe this. Alright, what kind of fish? Anyone have fish recently? I had fish. It's pretty good. What's everyone's favorite fish? Haven't I asked this before? I feel like I've asked this before. Salmon. Salmon is it's like one of the most fish of all time. I don't think you can have Mario even in a free game. Yeah, but what are they gonna do? Sue me? What are they gonna do, huh? Hake? Is eel a fish? I don't think so. But it is in a similar category. Yeah, look at this fish, guys. There's gotta be like a better way to draw a fish, right? What if the fish... Pixel art fish. They will in fact sue you for adding Mario? But it's like a fan game. Oh, a fish like this could be good. Okay, what if the fish was like this? What's everyone's C tier fish? I don't know. If I'm at a restaurant and they have John Dory on the menu, what the heck is John Dory? Isn't that the Finding Nemo, like the blue fish? I don't have any C tier fish. Only C tier fish? I get it. What's John Dory? Oh, it's a real thing. John Dory? I don't think I've seen this before. Have I seen this? This doesn't look familiar to me. Fillet of John Dory. They literally named this fish John. I saw a funny cosplayer. They were suited man with the red mask that read cease and desist and was holding a Nintendo cease and desist letter. Man, those cosplays, they're going crazy out there. They also had a briefcase that read Nintendo Legal Department. Well, what if Nintendo sued them for impersonation? Wouldn't that be funny? Anyway, stop pretending to be us. You can't be Nintendo. You cannot be pretending to be Nintendo. You have to actually be Nintendo. For real, for real. And then he goes, no, it was just a joke. No, Nintendo, don't sue me. I was just kidding. Oh, God. And then they'll make a video. Like, Nintendo sued a cosplayer. And then everyone will be like, man, frick Nintendo. Can't believe Nintendo would do this. He was just having fun. Always ruining things. Any tips for becoming Nintendo? Be a company from Japan that specializes in video games, and I don't know. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now you might be like, but Wolfie, there are many companies in Japan that do video games. That's not true, actually. They're all the same company. They're actually literally the same company. You might be like, well, Wolfie, what about Sony? Isn't that a different... Nope, it's the same company. What about... Oh, but Wolfie, what about Side Games? Yep, same company. Side Games, yeah, me when I played freaking Silk Song and it sucks. Alright guys, like sighing, like I'm sighing at the game. Side Games. Side Games, yeah, me when I spend money on the gacha. My favorite fish is halibut, but what? But what though? I don't know if I've had it. Look at this fish. Oh, that's a fish right there. You ever seen a fish? This is it. I like pufferfish because he looks like a beep. Are they though? Do they look stupid? What about the blobfish? Everyone's like, the blobfish only looks like that because it's outside of the pressurized environment. It doesn't normally look like that. Fugu. Do you not swear like in your whole life or just on stream? I don't swear in general. It's not a thing that I do. I was about to say the line. What line? Halibut? Fugu? I don't know, I don't swear. There's no need really for me to swear. We saw old Wolfie swear? Did I though? Was it simply an abbreviation for a swear? Like I could say WTF, but I don't actually say like the word that F stands for. I could say an abbreviation. That's fine. Blobfish don't look like that. I knew it. See, I knew it. You're probably doing the right thing. Should probably swear way less. No, that's fine. It's fine. You know, it's expected people to swear nowadays in our economy. Yeah, I've heard Wolfie accidentally swear before. Yeah, I think I said there was a time when I said better Twitch TV wrong. Sometimes when I spoke too fast and I said instead of like better Twitch, I said the first letter from better and then the rest of the word of Twitch. That was by accident. That happened one time, but that was by accident. Me when I talk too fast and I swear. Birch. Would we be more thin and beautiful deep under the ocean then? Maybe. What do you exclaim if you like really bang your shin on something? I feel like I would just be like, I would just make like a noise that's like, I don't actually like say words when I bump into things. Do you all do that? When you bump into like a chair, do you like swear? Do you go like, oh man, I can't believe you've done this. And look at the chair and be like, I can't believe, what were you doing? Why is this chair in the way? Can't believe this. You do? I don't do that. A Family Guy thing. Yeah, when Peter gets injured. Tom and Jerry. No. I don't do that. I never bump into... See, that's how you do it. Simply just don't bump into things. If it was me, I would simply just not bump into anything. I feel like I remember when I was a kid, my cousin, like, when he would bump into, like, something, he would, like, punch the thing, as if it was, like, at fault for bumping into him. He'd just be like, he would, like, bump into the chair, and then he'd be like, wow, what the freak? He'd punch the chair. Not like really hard, but you know, he would still be doing it. What if things bump into you, but they don't though? Because they respect me. They respect me, and they're like, "Oh, Wolfie's here. I can't be bumping into this guy." That guy, you know, if we bump into him, that's I don't know. I feel like this doesn't look enough like a fish. Wolfie's cousin is the chair punching guy. Oh frick! Oh frick, guys! Oh no! Chair punching guy. Things bump into Wolfie goes, I'm walking here. Yeah, that's me. All New Yorkers are like that. You're always like, hey, I'm walking here. Hey, what are you doing? I'm walking here. And then they go, hey, and they start honking at you. You're like, come on, man. I'm walking here. Hey. Hey, I'm walking here. Anyone else walking here? Here specifically? Walking here? Any jokes in the chat? Anyone think of a joke recently? AI walking here. I'm walking here. Are you a New Yorker? I sure am. Christopher Walken. Joker. Oh shoot. Joker at the baseball game. Do you want to hear my new joke that I've been workshopping? Sure. Is it the one about Silk Song and 8 bugs? Guys, can you believe they were working on Silk Song for bug years and there's still game in it? You know they were eating bugs for 8 years and they're still whatever. It's crazy how you just did that. Yeah, it's been a trending topic recently. Silk Song. Wolfie, no New Yorker. Yep, that's me. I'm the New Yorker. When people talk about people they know from New York, they're like, oh, what about that Wolfie guy? Yeah, Wolfie guy's from New York. And then we all go, yep, that's him. That's the guy from New York. Well, what about Old York? What about Old Nork? Old Nork? Would you ever visit Old York? Probably not. Where is Old York? Where specifically is Old York? In the United Kingdom. York. Have I been to Cass's Deli? No, that is it's a very touristy destination. It's in the north. Kingston upon Hull. Bradford. North York. Can we just read out their location names and laugh at them? Clifton without, what the frick? What about Clifton with? This is the part of the UK that gets stripped bare for the South to be rich. I mean, what are they doing? Well, Drake, me when I'm asking Drake something. Well, Drake, huh? What now, huh? Drake? Melbourne. Holy frick, they got Melbourne. Thornton. Beelby. Seaton Ross. What? You're telling me Melbourne? Melbourne? They can't say that. Is that real? What the frick? Can they say that? Wolfie, your work also in Brooklyn or a different borough? I cannot tell you specifically. Bub with? It's not real. How can this be real? Guys, how is this country real? That's my address. Everyone knows my address, okay? It's literally right here. Long Marston. Yeah, borough would spell like that. Hesse. Nether. British people be like, I'm from Nether Poppleton. From Upper Poppleton. Rawcliffe. New Earswick. Stockton on the Forest. Wart Hill or Wardhill. Hope the people in Upper and Nether Poppleton hate each other. These places are like so close. How can they be like labeled differently? They're not even that far away. Stockton, CA is one of the most bleak places. Stockton. Houghton. Tadcaster. Boston Spa. Weatherby. Nether means lower. What the? I only know that from Minecraft. You're telling me that the Nether is below? Wait, isn't this where the Wigan kebab is from? Wigan? Southport? Lancaster? Settle? Violently British? True. Maybe Upper Poppleton is on a hill, Nether Poppleton is in Holland. Could be. Newcastle. Lanverted. Kidderminster, what's he joking about? Kidderminster, I'll take the Minster. Cardigan. Fishguard, holy frick, guys. Fishguard. Goodwick, as opposed to Badwick. Porthgain. Salva, Ramsey Island. Isn't this fun, guys? We're just going through the UK. Stockton is an odd place. Blighttown. Holy frick, it's Blighttown. Blighted downtown, but then has a beautiful $70K a year private university. Stockton, California. Reynoldston. Oxwich, Southgate. Swansea. Isn't that the guy from mouthwash? The guy who washes his mouth? Probably an actual place called Blighttown. Wait a second. They got Brightstown. They got, it's not real. It's actually not real, guys. Bath, though, that's a real place. English Combe. Fresh Lord. Trowbridge. Chapsman Lade. Warminster. What are we doing? What am I doing here? I was looking for York. New York is called New York because of the nutmeg spice trade. Is it? No, it's because there was Old York and then there's New York. This just doesn't look fish-like enough. You know, there's something about it. It looks like a chicken. It's a chicken, guys. What if this part was thinner? It's like a goldfish cracker. No top fin. Alright, what if it was like this? But that's too much though. What if it was like this? And then this one was not like this. It was New Amsterdam, but then the Dutch traded it to England for the secret island where nutmeg grows. I see. Oh, I don't know. I don't know the history of the city that I live in. Anyone know history? Any history fans? What's the best history? Any history recommendations? You know, yeah, you're a history fan. Name all history. Name all the historical things. And you go like, what about, I don't even know. We just don't know. No one even knows nowadays. I name all of history Greg. That's not real. Greg is not even real. Guys, you think Greg is real? He's not. You like history? Name every page I visited in the last week. Okay, twitch.tv/Walfas, twitch.tv/Vacuously, twitch.tv/Kieran, twitch.tv/ no, I was gonna say ChocoJax, but she has not been streaming. Discord. I guess you wouldn't go to Discord, the website. Historic metallurgy is super interesting and not totally well known. Metal, is that when you're allergic to metal? Do you think you'll go down in history? I already have, actually. ChocoJax is the new Hamflo. No, because like ChocoJax has a reason for not streaming. She's like on vacation. Hamflo is just not streaming. That was actually every page? Yeah, I know. I know all the websites you go to. Twitch, GitHub, github.com/notifications. Anyway, I'm gonna drink water. It is in fact 6 p.m. Perfect time to hydrate. Alright. I'm hydrated. Guys, what was the last thing you searched for? Let me check my search history. What was the last thing I searched for? Google.com/history. Everyone, reveal your search history right now. Filter by date and product. Search. Filter my search. Chrome reader mode. GBC DMA. iPhone Gmail not getting notifications. GDBK GitHub. C swap array pointers. Itch.io mass uninstall. grep search literal string. Theme compat /archive.php. WordPress theme compat. K2 WordPress theme. WP version. WordPress 5.1. PHP debug stack trace. Nginx show PHP errors. Wolf's Mistia cooking. Why not cores all? Cloudflare add cores headers. Ruffle cores policy. Let's see, set my browser to not save my history. But what if you need it though? Ryan Gosling copy pasta. Did he really copy that pasta though? Project Sekai Wish Jewel. Gotcha, confusing everyone with currencies. Exactly. They're so confusing. You know what? I'm not a fan of this fish. Just something about this fish. Despite the fact that I spent the entire stream on this, I don't think this fish is redeemable. I don't think it's worth it. I think I need to start over on this one. There's just nothing. It's just got nothing. There's a CTF team called Project Sekai. They do a CTF competition each year, and their website's really nice. Don't they do like those the Japanese visual novel localizations? Project Sekai? No, that's Sekai Project. That's a different thing. Sorry, I was confusing two things. Yeah, Sekai Project. I know. I totally knew that. Do you know that's why the Project Sekai game can't be called Project Sekai in the West? Yeah, colorful. They had to call it Colorful Stage because Sekai Project existed. It's true. It's real. Backed by facts and logic. For real, for real. 2025.ctf.sekai.team. Yep, there it is. I'm not going to click it, but I will trust that that is true. Surely, PS would never lie to us. Would you lie to us? Would anyone here lie to their fellow chatters? Because I think that'd be messed up. I lie constant. Okay, what was the last lie you told? Everyone, what was the last time you lied? And I don't mean lying down in bed. I mean lying as in telling false information intentionally. They incorporate the Project Sekai game theming. Copy that. I lie down on the floor. Yeah, but I meant like not like that. This message, I see. That makes sense. That's a meta reference. Recursion. It's a recursive reference. Anyone remember cursive? Cursive back in the day in school. I lied to my Uber today saying I like this car. What did he say? Thanks? He's like, oh, thanks. Yeah, I got this car like 5 years ago. Blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, haha, I don't actually like it. And it's, oh, frick. Oh, he fooled me. I can't believe this. This guy is lying to me. I would never lie. That's a lie. That's a lie right there. What are we doing here, guys? This fish is not. I'm just gonna delete this entire fish. There's no need for this fish to exist. Oh, but like, what if it does exist? You know, I've already spent a long time on this. But what if this fish was simply like this? Welcome, Classic Hairball. This streamer lies as easily as he breathes. Took him 2 weeks to learn. Yeah, I've actually learned how to breathe. After 2 weeks, I can breathe perfectly with no problems. I had to try very hard. Good morning to you. You know, get this fish. I don't want to see this fish. Let's draw something else. What about fried rice? So we got shrimp and we gotta have fried rice, okay? So fried rice specifically, just have like a bowl, you know, like one of those small bowls that you put fried rice in. But is that boring? Is this too boring? It's like this, one of these bowls. I made fried rice yesterday, what? Oh my god, that's crazy. Alright, and then you have like the rice. The rice is simply just up here. Just got rice. It's literally rice. Look at that. Oh yeah, Classic Hairball also drew this week's art, this week's schedule art on my schedule. Now, it wasn't really fan art of me specifically, but I just happened to be there in the background. Cropped out the target of the fan art. But that's me in the schedule. And I think that's cool. Yo, there it is, oh my god. Here's the schedule, guys, look at this. It's me. Good stuff. Good content. Alright, this is rice. This kind of looks like rice. Pretty good. Pretty close to rice. Wolfie, do you wear suits in real life? I do not. It's not a common occurrence for me. Does anyone here wear suits in real life? Any fans of suits? Suits. Anyone suited? Do you wear sweater vests? I do not. I mostly wear button-down shirts or button-up shirts. What's the difference? Buttoned shirts. Button-down versus button-up. What is the difference? I wear stuff like this usually. Things such as these. Adult shirts? No, that's a different thing. It's a totally different thing. Alright, so this is fried rice right here. Now, specifically school uniforms? No, that's a different thing. It's a totally different thing. It's just rice. Well, I haven't drawn the fried parts yet. I think I haven't worn a suit ever. Literally never. I guess there aren't like that many reasons to be wearing a suit. It's like not such a common thing. I don't know. Even a bathing suit? Especially not a bathing suit. I've not gone swimming in forever. I've worn school uniform type suits and suits to weddings, and I think that might be it. What about funerals? What about, fancy parties that we all definitely go to? What about the really expensive parties that you're all invited to? Do you drink alcoholic beverages? Nope. I do not drink alcohol. I wear suits all the time for cosplay. Yeah, this guy is always cosplaying the... whatchamacallit? Yakuza. We're invited. That's right, guys. You are invited to this party. He doesn't know. Like a dragon. It's actually like a dragon. Okay, what if to make it more like rice, we added a bunch of dots? So there's things, you know, there's like stuff. There's things in the rice. I get invited to parties sometimes, but I would not wear a suit. What about the really fancy parties? I don't get invited to parties. Be careful with the 6 number limit, true. No, but it'll tell me. It'll tell me if I did it wrong. Okay, what if it was like this? What if we had these as large chunks? That might be too large. What if we did it like this? No, that still looks weird. I feel these are not solvable though. Alright, like with these, there's so many like 1 pixel off stuff. There's no way that there's enough info to solve this. Where the shrimp at is right here. The only reason we're adding fried rice is because of this shrimp. Chunky fried rice. What was the last party you've been to? Anyone been to a party lately? Not me. I don't go to those. Shouldn't it be a 10 by 10? Yeah, but it would be hard to put it in a 10 by 10. I mean, it could also be that the shrimp is the last 10 by 10 and this is the first 15 by 15. It could be. But what if I just didn't? What if I simply just didn't do it? Halloween karaoke and then dinners with con buddies? That's good. It's good to be hanging out with people. That's fun times. Okay, what if we had this thing right here? This surely is not solvable. I highly doubt that it would be solvable. Tell me mushroom. Fried this rice. Nonogram.niffin.dev. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. It's not possible to solve this one because there's too many things that are one-off. And also this. Okay, what if I added like another one that makes it harder? What about here? What if there was like stuff on this side? Okay, so that helps. We can add some stuff on this side. Was invited to an airplane trick birthday party. What the heck? What is an airplane trick birthday party? Do they like do spins and stuff like that? Are they spinning around their planes? Okay, so if I put this stuff here, what that makes it less solvable? That's crazy. It's a birthday party where there's airplanes doing funny stuff. But what qualifies as funny stuff though? How can airplanes be funny? What's the deal with airplanes? That's it, that's the joke. There were gonna be food trucks and all be fun. That sounds like a good time. What's the deal with airline food? It's an airline, and yet it's a restaurant. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. How about instead of 1x1s, have 2x2s with 1 pixel missing? See, I did consider that. I was like, what if it was like this? And like, it does kind of work. You could have stuff like this. And it does, in some ways, work. I think a more concentrated mix would make it look more fried. But what if it wasn't? Welcome Snacker Racco could work. Could work. It could in fact work. It may even work. What if we had shading on this side? What if all of this stuff was shaded? Let's see, my partner's friend had a birthday in Sydney, so we went to Sydney. And I think we are getting old now because it was a very early 20s coded party that was not so much fun. You are not old. You are literally still in your 20s. But I understand. I don't go to parties, so like I can't relate. Birthday. Fun stuff is like barrel rolls, or is it for people who fly planes? Pilots, I mean, pilots. Fried rice is usually an even amount of diced stuff and rice. But what if it wasn't? Welcome, Wed. Hello, hello. Every day we got older. Literally getting older right now. Barrel rolls? Like going over Niagara Falls in a barrel? No, that's a totally different thing. You are mistaken. Alright, what about this one? You think this one's solvable? Oh shoot, wait, that's like really, that's particularly solvable. We just need to change some of this stuff. I feel my skin shriveling. I'm getting old and decrepit, by the way. I can relate. Anyone, any fans of lotion on your skin so that it doesn't shrivel and get old? I mean, it'll get old regardless. But there's things. I'm young, sorry, unks. Bro be saying unks. Nephew be saying unks, guys. Before you know it, you'll be unk. And then you'll be like, oh, I can't believe I'm unk now. I used to be not unk, and now I'm unk. I have eczema, I have to apply the lotion or I crust over. Well, I hope everything is well. I hope it's good. Alright, how do we fix this? What if we add another dot right here? Is that too many dots? As they say, more dots, but that's too many dots. Wait, we can just remove this one. We can literally just remove this one, guys. Can you believe this is solvable? That's actually crazy to me. That's literally so crazy. What if it was like this? And this dot right there. And then that looks pretty good. In my opinion, that right there is pretty good. That is the fried rice. New tag, fried rice. And then we adjust it so that the fried rice is the first 15 by 15. I still don't know how to play Macross Delta, but I did an entire lesson. I can't believe. I spent several minutes. Oh, what the frick? You see that? I spent several minutes. You don't even remember. Here, I'll explain it again. Okay, you have to pay attention this time. Hopefully it's not a really hard 15 by 15. I mean, as long as it's solvable, that's fine. We need a good balance, because some of them are too easy. Alright, here's how you play picross. Is Wolfie lying to us? I see what you did there. Lion. There was a lion right there. So this is picross. You got numbers, okay? Look at the piss. Are you listening? I'm explaining this to you specifically. We've got numbers. Okay, these numbers tell you how many things are connected. So this 15 means that there is exactly 15 things in a row. And since there are only 15, there's only one option here, right? It's gotta be this 15 filled entirely. And then you have these other numbers, okay? This 2 and 5, it implies that you could have a 2. Here's one possible solution. This is not necessarily the right answer, but I'm simply demonstrating. A 2 separated by any number of empty spaces, followed by 5 contiguous segments. It could be this, you know, it could be this. It could be this. It could be this. We simply don't know. And then, okay, then you got, you know, stuff like this. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? The 2, 1, it could be this. It could be this. Now, there's various strategies that you can utilize, okay? This is the important part. When you start solving these, you usually start off with the large numbers. We already did the 15, right? We see numbers that are larger than half the number. So this 9 right here. You look at this 9 and you go, what does this mean? Well, The 9 can be like this, right? You have 9 things in a row. Or the other extreme, you could have 9 things from this way, right? But this is the thing that made me understand. It's simply set theory. You take the union between these two options. These are the two extreme options. Right? It could be this, right? It could be this. It could also be this. But what is in common with the two extremes, you may ask? Good question, Wolfie. Good question. The answer is these three. These three right here. No matter where the 9 is, it must be in these 3. Right, and then you can apply the same logic going this way, right? The 9 can go down here. And it must be these, right? And then we got something called like edge strats, right? From the edge of the board. You know for sure this is here. And you look at this thing, there's like a 3 right here. Right, what does that mean? Well, if you look at this one, you can have a 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, right? But since we know this one has to be it, we know that it must be, it literally must be here. It's gotta be there. Alright. And then you just apply various rules and logic, right? You look at this 2 and the 6, and you're like, well, the 6 could be down here, but actually it can't be down here, because then there's not enough space for an empty space in the 2. So given that logic, right, the 6 would have to be like these ones, but you know it can't be. It's literally not possible. So that tells you this must be part of the 6, and you can cross, there's an X you can use if you're aware that things can't be there, right? This 6 must not be in these 2, because this must be part of the 6. And then given this logic, you know there's a 9 here, right? These 2 can't be there, because then it'd be disconnected from the rest of it. And then once you cross these off, well, then you can push everything over, right? Because you know, given the same logic as before, it must go this way. And then you just apply the algorithm recursively. You look at this one, it's gotta be this one. You can actually cross out these ones as well, because you know everything here must be 1. And then you just do the rest of the puzzle. Right, you look at this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gotta be up here, right? It can't be there. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. You're probably gonna forget it for next time, but I gave an attempt. Yeah, the Wikipedia article helps a lot. It tells you various important news. And look at this one though. This one's cool. 2 and 11, right? You know that this one must be the 11 because we only have space for 11 things right here. This 2 must be, it could be here and here, or it could be here and here. No matter what, it must be here. And then this 9, it's got to be there. Welcome, Lololion. Man's got the cartel execution vid, Mike. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Fill in the as contiguous blocks. Exactly. Always talking about contiguous blocks. Anyway, I don't feel like solving the rest of this. But, you know, that's the general process. And I think that's cool. Welcome, Last Tabaka. Now I know how to play picross. Did you not know how to play picross? I can't believe it. It used to be such a big part of my stream. I would play picross all the time. YouTube.com/Wolfington. Picross. Oops, I spelled it wrong. It's been a year. Well, wait, Mario Picross was only 2 years ago? That's crazy. We got Picross. We got Miku Picross. Wario's there. We got Kimono Friends Picross. Why would I say not sponsored? Wait a second. Can we watch this one? Daylight Saving? Oh no, I can't watch this. The last time I played Mario Picross, it's this one, 2 years ago, also during Daylight Saving. Wow. If only we could watch. Too bad that I can't. Yeah, Rick Ross, the guy from Kirby. That's almost 3 years ago. That's crazy. 7th of November. 8th of November. True, that's like 3 years. Why would it? I guess they don't want to round up to 3 years, but it's like it's closer to 3 years than it is to 2 years. It gave me a false sense of security. Anyway, whatever. And you press the enter button, and whoa, look at that! I solved it. It's that easy. Unfortunately, you are a bot. YouTube needs to protect the community. Exactly. And then at the end, it makes a picture. Fried rice. Fried rice, isn't that fried rice? Isn't this fried rice? Isn't that the German philosopher from 1844 to 1900? Who began his career as a classical philologist. Welcome, Nanolather. Guys. So true, Wolfie. So true. Alright, we got the shrimp, guys. The shrimp. The shrimp on the Barbie. Prawns, if you will. Some people, they say prawns. Decent joke, thank you, thank you. I made an attempt there. Now, if I knew more about that guy, that would have been a funnier joke. But I had to look it up. Okay, this shrimp is going to be right before Choco J Dog. Wolfie, have you consumed shrimp before? For some reason I thought you were vegan. Why would you think I was vegan? I definitely have eaten shrimp. Shrimp and prawns are different. Are they though? Are they really so different? Are any of us really different from shrimp, if you think about it? I thought the exact same thing. Why? Do I seem vegan? Have I said anything to indicate that I would be vegan? Vegan? Isn't that the VTuber commission website? Alright, guys. Vegan. I kind of flirt with being vegan too much, but I like beer and seafood too much. There's some good vegan food. You can have like falafel, that's pretty good. Organic vegan. Vegan, I thought Wolfie was Earthling. It doesn't make sense. What does that even mean? Vegan. Alright, that's fried rice. We've done one thing today. What's another thing I could add? Auntie gave me free falafel. Falafel, pretty goated. Pretty goated, if I do say so myself. What the frick? What if you added 1 and 1? What if? Among Us. If not fish, what about fish skeleton? I could do that. What if I gave another try at making a fish? Because I feel like I wasn't trying hard enough. Like, what if the fish was simply better? What if it was like this? I don't know, I just don't think I've ever heard you talk about food you enjoy. I talk about that all the time. I feel like every other stream I'm talking about food. Are you fishing? No, but I'm considering drawing a fish as a puzzle. Catfish. I mean, we do have fishing, so like... Do we really need fish separately? Do we truly even need fish on its own? Because like there's already a fish, right? There's literally already a fish here. Could add something else. Alright, what about the games that I've played? Without fish, there's no fishing. Yeah, but there's already a fish. literally already a fish. Let's see. Have I added a cat? Welcome DX Nomad. I mean, okay, I do have a 5x5 cat. But like, what if a larger cat? What about what about? Oh, what about a frog? You could have a frog. Pixel art frog. Yeah. Yeah, let's add a frog to the game. What type of frog though? There's so many frogs out there. New tag, new frame. Frog. Oh. Anyone seen a frog recently? Anyone eat a frog recently? Froge. No. Okay, what if this was a small frog? What if this was like one of those 10x10 frogs? I've had gator before, not bad. I wonder if frogs taste similar. I've heard that gators taste like chicken. Wait, doesn't this look like a bed? What if I had a puzzle that was just a bed? And we considered that. Nah, whatever. Among Us. Okay, frog. How do you draw a frog? A frog is gotta have large eyes. As we all know, that's a thing that frogs are known for, is their large eyes. Beds are cozy. It's true, it is true. Okay, and then this frog is like looking. Frogs love to be looking at things, you know? And then... oh, what if I had a crab? Wait, I forgot about crab. I'll put that in my notes. Crab. Crab, frog. Crab. Alright, a frog. How does a frog look? It's a good looking frog. Hold on. What if I simply copied this frog, but like made it distinct enough? Raven or crow, those are neat animals too. True, they are pretty neat. But are they so relevant to my stream though? This frog, whoops, what the frick? This frog right here. This frog. And then the frog is gotta be smiling. Those frogs love smiling. What if it was looking like this? Maybe Suwako? No, that's Toho. You can't have Toho. How could someone have Toho? Frogs have those kind of sideways cat eyes. Do they? That's a good frog. Wait, is this AI generated? No. Surely this one looks AI generated though. Oh, that's a good frog. Wait, this is a good frog. Real frogs? I don't even know. I don't even know real frogs. Wait, this is a pretty good frog though. This is a pretty good looking frog. Sanrio frog, Karopi. It's Karopi right there. Don't they also have like nostrils though? Sometimes they have nostrils. Not always. Welcome Zoe, welcome Liquid Cake. Are you a box today? Maybe, I haven't really thought about it. I don't really know. Sometimes. I'm not really sure what I am. Sometimes. It's not even Boxing Day, isn't it though? What's the difference between today and Boxing Day? Is it not simply the same day? There we go, there's a frog. That right there is a frog. But there's like not enough space for the rest of it. I feel like there's too much of this is for the frog's head. But maybe that's fine. Maybe it could just be a frog's head. But also the eyes don't seem round enough. I think there needs to be more rounded. What if it was like this? And then the frog is looking off to the side like this. Like that. That's a frog. Is this really a frog though? What if some people say it's not even really a frog? What if what if it was like that's kind of frog-like. Like this, that's a creepy looking frog. This frog is so creepy. I feel like this is very recognizable as being a frog. But what if we use this color? But then it'd be too easy, right? This entire thing would just be a solid color. But what if we had like shading? What if the frog was shaded? Like this. Wow, that's pillow shading right there. What if we had some dithering? No, it's not enough space. Frog deniers? Anyone here ever deny a frog? Okay, what if we had like the rest of it could be the frog's body, but like this. Oh, look at that frog. Look at this frog, guys. And then like, don't frogs have like, you know, sometimes, is that a thing that frogs have? Yeah, okay, so it's like the bottom is like white. So like we can have this. Like there. Cute frog, thank you. That's a frog. If I've ever seen a frog, that right there, that's a frog. You can make the puzzle only part of the frog, say half the frog. Frog fractions. True. Frogs used to live in the overflow pipes after it rained at my old house. We would empty the overflow pipes and the frogs would fall out. Massive green tree frogs, huge guys, absolutely massive. They're huge. How are they so huge? Welcome Isurugi Miyosama. We have chatters recognizing each other. Me when the chatters recognize other chatters. What the frick? Alright, this is a frog. That's frog right there. Guys, that's a frog. If I've ever seen a frog before, and this is one of them. The question is, does this need to be higher up? No. Does perhaps, what if this was like this? I guess it's like this, guys. There, look at that frog. That's a happy looking frog. Wait, are frog eyes black? Some of these have, I should probably look at like a real frog rather than like an illustration of a frog. Okay, some of them are different. Some of them are like fully black, some of them are like this. I guess it depends based on the type of frog. I saw like 5 chatters from 5 very separate communities in the BB Biscuit chat room. I don't know what that is. That's just how dilated their pupils are at the time of the photo. Oh, they could even be like this. The wall frog. Me when the frog. Me when frog. Alright, is this solvable? That's the oh, that looks pretty good. That's a good looking frog. That is not solvable. Okay. What can I do to make it solvable? What if I, okay, adding 1 pixel makes that big a difference? There's 1 pixel. Okay, what about if I added something on this side? What if I added, something? Oh, doesn't this look like the frog is blushing, guys? That's pretty cool. Okay, so adding 1 pixel here makes a difference. What if we did this? That's also fine. But what if we remove this? That's also fine. What if we also remove this? That's not fine. Alright, what can we do about this? What if the frog smile was a bit wider? What if he was like that? Do frogs do that? What if we remove this Choco J pant grab? What if? What if it was like that? What if the frog, oh, you forgot the part about the frog. The frog has a tongue. What about the frog's tongue? Have we considered the frog tongue? Are they wider than this? Are they like this? I don't know. You know, never mind. Let's just have it like this. Frog. And then you load it up. There it is. That's a solvable frog if I've ever seen one. But what if the frog did not have these? What if this was missing? Can't be. Frog Pug. Oh, that's probably fine, right? This is probably fine. Label this one Frog. Froge. Frozen. The hit children's movie known as Frozen. Froge. Alright, next puzzle. Crab. I'm gonna draw a crab. You might be like, but Wolfie, how is crab even relevant? I've never seen a crab on the Wolfie stream. Have we though? Why is B capital? Crab. Froggen from League of Legends? I don't know League of Legends, so I have nothing to say other than that's probably real. Froggen. Oh yeah, Rust. True, the Rust. That makes sense. Please elaborate on the crab inclusion. It's a reference to Peak. You know in Peak they have a crab hat? I have that. I have a crab hat. Can I show you the crab hat? Check this out. Man, Froggen has been retired for a long time now. What is he even doing, guys? What is Frog even doing? Look at that, there's a crab. There's my crab hat. It's relevant. It's real. Is that guy really a frog, though? Would you call a hat for a crab? I don't know what that means. New frame, crab. Merge, link cells. Okay. Crab. Let's specifically look at this crab. Let's copy this crab specifically. Looks like he stopped streaming private. I don't know who that is. Who the heck is who's that guy? Froggen? Let's say you had a pet crab and you got it a hat. Would you call that a crab hat? I guess in some ways, yes. Sure. Possibly. Alright, crab. Crab. This is going to be a very round crab. Yeah, Froggen D's. Got him. Can't believe this. He's a tournament player from so long ago that he has trivia on Leaguepedia. Imagine having a League of Legends article written about you. Can't believe this. I think I remember he got picked up from some guy's team when the esports went nuts around COVID. Does anyone watch esports nowadays? What's your favorite esports to watch? It better not be League. What if it was StarCraft, guys? What about StarCraft? What about that raft that is so stark? StarCraft. Used to watch CSGO. What about Pokemon? Anyone watching Pokemon? It is technically League because I haven't watched StarCraft in a while. Man, I'm going to Stockholm to watch Overwatch 2 finals. Are you getting Stockholm Syndrome? From Stockholm. I used to play Overwatch. I played Overwatch for like a week. Apex. StarCraft is more fun to watch on a good day. I watch Pokemon usually the TCG, so that isn't really esports. Yeah, but what if they had it digitally? How do you get a Pikachu onto a bus? The expected answer would be you Pokemon, but I feel like nowadays you can't really do that kind of stuff. You can't be Pokemon anymore. Welcome, Pipiro. You a Tracer main. I think when I played Overwatch for 1 week. I don't remember. I don't think I had a main. I kind of just like chose arbitrarily. The TCG not happening. Their online client is primarily based on buying paper packs with codes in them. I don't know. Sports, esports. Crazy, guys. What if there was a picross esport? Wouldn't that be cool? Alright, here's a crab. Here's a crab. How do you draw a crab? The eyes are up here. Oh, rust. Wow. What is your favorite crab dish? I don't know if I have one. I don't know. Is that a crab apple? No, that's just a regular crab. Ferris the crab. Hey, why is this crab's eyes over there? Don't they have eyes on the top? That's a very strange crab. What is your favorite rust method? What is my favorite rust method? You know what's a good one? It's not really a method. I guess it's a freestanding function. Standard mem replace is pretty good. As far as actual methods, perhaps new is a pretty good one. You kind of need to have new. For default's pretty good. Have you seen a crab holding a knife? I feel like I have, but not in real life. My favorite crab dish is California roll, but don't they often use imitation crab meat in that? A lot of times it's not even real crab. Can you believe that, guys? Not even real crab. Real crab in 2025. That's crazy. That's a lot of text. StarCraft, League of Legends, Melee, Hearthstone, Battlegrounds, Pokemon. It has high fructose corn syrup in it. Wait, California rolls? Do they really though? I would not be surprised. I guess it makes sense. Oh, imitation crab. What? What is imitation crab even made of? Like, what kind of meat is that? If it's not real crab, like, what is that? I never actually thought about this. What is imitation crab meat? I don't even know. It can't be horse. Horse would be too expensive. It's cuttlefish, right? Wait, hold on. What is imitation crab? Isn't it cuttlefish? Imitation crab. I don't want to read the AI summary. Summarize. Crab sticks. Wikipedia. Pulverized whitefish and starch. I see. Alaskan pollock. I see. Wow. Imagine being this fish and you're like, oh man, can't wait to, like, you know, for people to care about me as a fish. But then everyone just knows you as a fake crab and you're like, I'm not even a crab, guys. What the frick? They're like, oh, this fish tastes like crab. This fish, what if the fish had its own feelings, huh? Have we considered that the fish could exist on its own merits? It's like asking what our sausage is made of. Pork. And beef. Alaskan pollock, I just saw that word. I don't know what it means in the context of crab stick. I don't know. Crab. As sushi, as salad. With noodles, fried as tempura. Mixed in potato salad, wrapped in rice paper. It's so much. Oh, I guess an ad is gonna start soon. I guess it is time for me to hydrate. Isn't this crab looking good though? Look at this crab. This crab right now on the screen. That's a crab. That's a great crab. Bam. It's got spirit. Crab. It's just out there crabbing around. Alright, I'm gonna drink water. I'll be back. Alright. I've successfully hydrated. And then you go, whoa, congrats, Wolfie. I knew you could do it. I knew you could hydrate. I had faith in you. And your hydrating abilities. He's actually so goated at hydrating. Anyway, crabs. Guys, what about crabs? You guys see the Simpsons are in Fortnite now? That's a thing. That's a real thing that happened. Watching crabs molt is really strange. Are they doing that? Imagine being a crab. Any crabs in the chat right now? Does anyone know what it's like to be a crab? It must be so wild. Just out there crabbing around. Just being a crab. I doubt it. I doubt there's any crabs watching. Anyone a crab in their past life? Yeah, the current life even. I'm not personally crab, but I'm friends with a guy in the tank at the Chinese restaurant. The guy in the tank, the crab that's in the tank. Aren't tanks kind of dangerous though? Why is there a tank in the restaurant? Don't those like have like ammunition? That crab is gonna be consumed? No, they would never. They would never do that. To this crab? No. This crab is so round. Are there crabs that are this round? Or are these only in cartoons? These crabs right here, do they exist? I feel so bad for the live crabs they show you at food places. Like, now I don't want to eat it. No, but it's there because it's fresh. They're like, look at this. We're literally gonna kill this crab for you. He says he's for display only. Everyone gets the surumi. I hope so. Crabs, though. That's the life. That's the life of crab, guys. The crab's life. I don't know if this is solvable. You think this is solvable? Crab. Generate from image. Whoa, that is solvable. That's crazy. How is that solvable? First try even. But it does get cut off on the left side. So I feel like I can make it so that this thing is like over here. And then a bit more like this. I don't know. Ever cook a live crab before? Please freeze them first or cut them in half. I've never done it. I've never done such a thing. But that's good to know. Alright, what about this crab? Is this crab even real? I refuse to go near live crabs. But why? What if they're like in the tank? I guess they'd be even more dangerous. As we've all established, the tank is pretty dangerous. But what if it was like a not like a dangerous tank? That's the origin of the phrase "this kills the crab." I don't know, guys. What's even a crab? What even is a crab, if you think about it? What's the deal with crabs? Look at this crab. Just crabbing around. Okay, that's a good one. New tag, crab. We can get this guy out of here. No more. Alright, here's our new puzzles in the game right now. 46th puzzle, crab. Wow. That's a crab right there. What's the deal with crab rangoon? What even is a rangoon? Frog. I googled what is a crab and the AI search result was not wrong per se, but I didn't like it. They're always doing that stuff. Crabs. Frogs, crabs. What is crab? Crab. True crabs. What is Dungeness crab? Those are the crabs that are in the dungeon. True crabs are decapod crustaceans of the infraorder Brachyura, meaning short and tall. Of course, obviously. The Japanese spider crab. Wow. True shrimp. The Caridia known as the Caridian shrimp or true shrimp. What about that meme? True meme. True? This meme? What if someone took this meme, but it was a shrimp? And it was the Caridia. And then people that know, they'll be like, holy frick, I understand that reference. That's the true shrimp. This could be the next hit meme. It requires knowledge of creatures, you know? True shrimp. You saw it here first. Okay, next thing. Next thing we're adding. Let me commit this first. Add puzzles. Okay, we've added crab. We've added fried rice. What else did we add today? Crab, fried rice. Oh, frog. All of my batteries are dying faster than usual. It's because of the daylight. It's because the daylight is being saved. That's just how it is. Alright, next thing that I will add. Can't believe the ocean spent 3.8 billion years and is full of crabs. Yeah, that's carcinization, right? When everything becomes a crab. There's gonna be more crabs. Everything is gonna become a crab. One day I'm gonna be a crab, you're gonna be a crab. And then we'll be like, remember when we used to not be crabs? And we'll say no. We were always crabs. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. That's literally absurd. That crabs would do this. What about carbs? What if instead of a crab it was a carb? What if instead of carbohydrates it was crabohydrates? And then someone cuts it in half really quickly. Yeah. And then we get in the tank and it's like, oh look at us, we're in the tank now. Okay, let's look at my list of things to add. Crab is done. Frog is done. Why is that crabohydrating? Doesn't he live in the water? I mean, when you're in the water, are you not hydrating though? Is that not simply the thing? Okay, what if we added a hydrating like the DOM, like the JavaScript document object model. Welcome Polyglitch. Did co-working game always have a green screen mode? It's not even green screen, it's literally pop-out mode. But yeah, it did. It did always have this. Oh, sweet game. What if we added a watermelon? No. The hidden cat type games, what about a puzzle that seems random until you solve it and the 4 colors reveals it's a cat? That's a good one. That's a good idea. Hidden cat. Might be kind of hard though. But possibly. Hitman. Mahjong Soul, Mario, Fishing, Tetris. Hold on, Tetris? No, maybe not. Ooh, Dark Souls. We could do a bonfire. Dark Souls bonfire. I'm just searching for bonfire. That's doable. Totally bonfire. specifically Dark Souls bonfire though. Alright, good night, Zoli. Oh, this bonfire has a sword in it. That might be a bit too specific. Bonfire. Zoli 3. Best of luck. I hope your rest goes well. The Zweihander. Sword. Okay, let's just make a generic bonfire. It doesn't need to be a Dark Souls bonfire. Because I feel like a generic bonfire would be more easily distinguishable. Right, you just have like the logs, you know, like this. Two cross logs right here. And then a fire. And a fire, right? It's so easy to add a fire. Baguettes. No. It's a totally different. Quickly before I go, is Zweihander pronounced in an English manner is really close to Zweihander. Zweihander. Me when you need Zwei hands to hold the sword. Wow, look at this fire. This fire is totally the way that a 10-year-old would draw fire. A in hander is like hander in English. Zweihander. It's not even hander. It's a hander. Why though? What if it was a Y-hander? Like, why is it even like this? Honda? What This is the O'Neill Skateboard Fire Guy logo. I don't know what that is. Double-ended sword, it's Y-shaped. Why? Why though? Why is it even shaped? Okay, what if the overlap was colored like this? And then the inside it's fire. Literally fire. I had a hallucination. It's something else. Spitfire? I don't know. I don't really know things sometimes. No, this looks looks pretty bad. What about pixel art fire? But it looks good. What if pixel art fire, but it looked good? This one looks pretty good. Wolfie's not a knower sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I just don't know. You might think that I do know, but I don't know. And that's half the battle. Didn't this used to be the World Industries fire gun? I don't even know what y'all are talking about. Y'all? Anyone ever just say y'all sometimes? Y'all. Y'all. Okay, this fire could be even more like this. I do because I spent 4 years growing up in Texas. Y'all. Hey, y'all. Y'all. What's the deal with y'all? How y'all doing today? I tried to fit in and then it kind of stuck. I feel like a lot of times that's how accents work, right? It's just people trying to fit in with their surroundings. I wish I had realized it wasn't that important to fit in back then. Yeah, but now people can be like, whoa, this guy sounds Texan. And then they're impressed. They're like, wow, he's one of us. Or something, I don't know. Texas. This fire's pretty good, right? This is a pretty good looking fire. If I do say so myself. A bonfire. Very fire. It's so fire. Bro, it's lit fam. That's what they say nowadays. It's lit fam, guys. It's lit. It's literally fam. Okay, what if this was like this? What if it was like this? They might have moved on to a newer slang than lit. They don't say that anymore? What are they saying, if not lit? What can possibly be better than lit? That fish was so hard to catch, I think I may have broken my mouse. No! Why would they do that? Is Drazi or Gleepy? You made that up, that's not real. It's definitely fake. That's like glorp. That's glorp slang. It is ignited relatives. Bro, me when I'm knighted. Lit. What's the new slang? We have to know. It's lit. It's no longer lit. Me when it's not lit anymore. No, I thought it was lit. But now it's not even lit. It's not even close to being lit. It is the most unlit. It's actually so dark now. It literally is so dark. Daylight savings is not lit anymore. Fam. It's literally not lit. It's actually the opposite of lit. What can I say instead of lit? Beaming? Brilliant? No, bussin' is so old. Bussin', that was like back in the day of for real, on God, no cap. Bussin'. Incandescent. So grossly incandescent. If only I may be so grossly incandescent. This guy wanted to be gross. Remember Saw Dude? Saw Dude. Yo, dude, bro. Bro, dude. Effulgent, that's a good one. I feel like people should start saying that. There's a 60-year-old guy in my WoW guild that still says bussin'. He says it in voice chat and guild text chat, as well as guild Discord. It makes me want to expire. He says bussin'. What if he's just trying to fit in, you know? Yo, fam, it's a blaze. It's enkindled. It's ignited, fam. Wow. There, check this one out. Is this anything? Whoa, this looks pretty good even in black and white mode. It's a nice looking fire. It doth be lit. We told him we like him. He doesn't have to try to sound cool. He literally said, "Don't sweat it. I'm buzzing." What if he's not trying to sound cool? He literally is cool. Have you considered that he's literally cool? He's not even trying. He just happens to be so cool. It's true. It could be. It could literally be. Alright, let's see if this one's solvable. Maybe the other one is better. Oh. Maybe not this. That sounds pretty sick. He wears Crocs. We have a selfie channel. It's all him wearing Crocs and American flag Hawaiian shirts. I mean, that could be cool. What if he's actually cooler than all of us? Welcome, oh no, Tom Sutton. What if it was one of these cases where everyone's like, this guy is trying too hard to be cool. He's actually uncool. And then to the outside world, he's actually cooler than all of us. Yeah, bro, he's trying too hard. But actually, he's the coolest one here. He's actually so cool. Alright, is this one solvable? Welcome, Stalker Rocker. Pie crust? What? What does that mean? Alright, so these two are not solvable. What if we put one pixel... Oh, I get it. Picross. I didn't even... True. Actually true. I thought you were saying this image looked like pie crust. Okay, we have one pixel here. That makes it solvable. But what if we also... What if we had, what if we had another pixel here? That would also help. I think maybe that's better. Welcome to mine. Alright, we got a bonfire. Bonfire. It is hip to be square. Everyone's always saying this. Alright, let's see what it looks like in the game. This one. It's 9 PM outside, 6 PM inside. It's so dark, guys. It's literally so dark. That looks pretty good. Wow, there it is. There's a bonfire. When was the last time you've seen a bonfire in real life? Bonfire, real. What if bonfires were real? Yesterday, what the... That's cool. Sunday, I have one almost every week. What's the occasion, though? Are you just outside camping? Bonfire, knife party? I don't know what that is. It's been years, maybe since Boy Scouts. I don't remember the last time I've seen a bonfire in real life. Feels like it must have been so long. It's like forever ago. Okay, so I think part of my problem with this is that I feel like this should be lighter, right? If there's literally a fire right next to this, I feel like this needs to be lighter. Is a bonfire different from a campfire? There's probably some difference. What is a bonfire? Is a bonfire larger? Is that what it is? I was out doing volunteer work in the woods and the group had a fire every night. Oh, I see. 12 years ago they were burning bowling balls in the fire? What the heck? Why were they doing that? A bonfire is a really big campfire. Yeah, but then like the bonfires in Dark Souls are not that big though. Right? Yeah, they're like pretty small in Dark Souls. Are they even really bonfires? Do bonfires have to be large? How big does the area... Okay, this is a firefighting subreddit. A bonfire... Oh, it's by energy output. Look at that. It's not classified by size, but energy output. Okay, so I guess the bonfires in Dark Souls are so strong. They're so strong. Well, anyway, this one is pretty large, right? You can't really tell how big it is because there's nothing else next to it for scale. I wonder if this looks better. Let's run this. So those are tree trunks. Some kind of burnable wood, perhaps. Yeah. Large bonfire the size of a small campfire. Exactly. Large rock. Small rock. Small boulder the size of a larger boulder. I suppose you can't really have a fire of any sort where you are. I mean, you could always go to, like, the beach and light a fire there. I don't know. There's probably places where you could have a bonfire. Let's see. Does this look bad? Does this look better? I feel like maybe this looks better. But then it is a bit weird, though, that these parts are right next to the flame, but they're not fully lit. What if some of them are more lit? What if I simply just... If we lit these 2 pixels, perhaps also this one. And then... Whatever, that's probably good enough. Alright, that's a bonfire. Next puzzle. What is my next puzzle? A camera. I do play a lot of like photography games sometimes. I could have a puzzle that is a camera. I could have a something. What about a VR headset? What about a puzzle that is something? I think when I was in the Bronx, there was a rooftop bar with like a bar that had a heating element with an open flame. Maybe it was fake. Maybe. A bar that had a heating element with an open flame. That sounds dangerous. A Kirby to honor your roots. Kirby with the Mario hat. Kirby Mario. I did play Kirby. Well, what if Nintendo sued me? No, you can't have Kirby in your game. What the frick? This guy is Kirby in his Game Boy game. Unbelievable. Get him out of here. That was so long ago, like 2019. That wasn't so long. That was only like 6 years ago, which actually is kind of a long time ago. Now that I think about it, it is quite long. What if I added a sheep? A puzzle that is a sheep? They wouldn't sue you? What if they're like, this Wolfie guy, get him out of here. They would send a cease and desist. Man. Can't believe this. Always ceasing and desisting. Let's add one that's a sheep. New frame sheep. Sheep. Alright, what does the sheep look like? It's very fluffy. It's a very fluffy sheep. Just very sheep. Extremely sheep-like creature. I don't know. And then it's like this. What does a sheep look like? Sheep, but like fluffy. They always sending C and Ds. Got 'em. Cease and desist, never start and continue, because that's in their video games, okay? In their video games, they always have the start button. They always have the continue when you die. It's everything. Alright, so a sheep, guys. A sheep, it literally looks like this. It has a nose. And then it's fluffy. The top of the head is a bit fluffy. But maybe this is too fluffy. Have we considered that this is too fluffy? What if it was abstract? Instead of being a real sheep, it was simply a shape resembling a sheep. Now you might say that's what all art is, you know? This is not really a sheep. This is simply a representation of a sheep. You are correct. You are correct. Popo. A heckin' Paparino. A heckin' good doggo. This is an AI generated sheep right here. Can't believe this. That's a good sheep. Holy frick. Lammy the sheep. Okay, so sheep ears, these ones go down. Sometimes they go up. What if this one is down? I don't know. I don't know how to draw a sheep. A heckin' chunker. Aardman, what does that mean? Aardvark. From the people as well as in ground. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is it's the same style. What if the sheep had a hat? Holy frick. What if the sheep was on a skateboard? No. Okay, you just gotta make it really fluffy. That's how you draw a sheep. You just make it really fluffy. And then you do this. No, you can move the legs farther out. It's like this. Like that. Is this a sheep? I don't know. In some ways, perhaps it is. In other ways, perhaps not. Who can really say what a sheep is and isn't? It is kind of looking like a bear, true. But it's better though. Guys, it's better because it's fluffy. Okay, maybe we don't have a sheep in this game. I don't know how to make the sheep more sheep-like. Alright, maybe not. Maybe we don't have this. I know, what if it was a sheep with, like, you know, that's black? You know? Because, like, then it would be a bit more distinct. Cloud shape. But it's kind of hard to do that in 15 by 15. What if the sheep was facing to the right, you know? Harvest moon sheep. Oops. If you didn't have outlines, so it's just white against dark background. True, I could do that. Do they have sheep in Harvest Moon? Was that a rabbit? They have them in the GBA one. So they do. So they do. Wait, is that a sheep? What is this? Is that a horse? So these sheep. This is quite a bit more high resolution though. I only have 15 by 15 pixels. Oh, that's a good looking cow. Burr. Burr. That's a good sheep. BR. What if I just copy this sheep? Okay, so I could have it, you know, it could all be black, and then you could have the outline. It could be a negative space one. Everyone loves negative space puzzles. Right, that's like a sheep. Negative speed. And then what? And then you gotta have and then this is the sheep's head. And the ears. Wow, look at that sheep. Welcome, Panis. This is kind of sheep-like, right? In some ways. That is so much like a sheep, guys. It's literally a sheep. If I've ever seen a sheep, this is one of them. Is this enough like a sheep? I don't know. How do I make the eyes look more sheep-like? Okay, so this eye could be there. And then the nose could be perhaps there. Or maybe not. You know it's a sheep because the fluff is above the head. Exactly. Because of this stuff. Okay, what if this part was wider? And then it was like this. And then you gotta have the ears, right? You have to. Is that good? That's a sheep. It does look quite sheep-like. There's something about this bothers me though. Like, how do I make this look better? This? Oh, wait, what if it was like, no, it kind of looks like a dog now. I mean, we could use this. Could be like this. Guys, I don't know. Sheepin. There. Just a long-faced sheep. What if the sheep had its eyes closed like this? Perhaps like this. Perhaps the sheep is... Do sheep look like that? I don't know. I have no idea. What if it was like... What if the face was even larger? No. What if I looked up pixel art sheep? What about that, guys? Alright, these are quite high resolution. Oh, that's a good one. Look at this sheep. It's a nice sheep. That's more like a ram, though. Oh, this is a good... Wait a second. This is a very recognizable sheep. Is it because, let's see, what if, like, if this was higher up? And then, because we do have a lot of, like, space up here that we're not using. Sheep. Wait, guys. This already looks way better. Maybe. Think about the sheep from Noida. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good sheep. Monster sheep. .png. Alright, what if this sheep was like this? And then what? And then it was like this. I don't know. Guys, I just don't know. This does look kind of sheep-like. This sheep though, this is a pretty good sheep. What if it was, okay, what if our sheep was facing this side? It doesn't need to be facing like 3/4 view. But what if the sheep was simply like this other sheep? Wake up, sheeple. Wake the frick up, sheeple. Or what if the sheep was also like this? What if it was like this kind of sheep? What if the sheep this? How do I get the nose? I feel like maybe it doesn't need a nose. The nose can be implied. What if the sheep was like this? Implicit. Then it's like this. And then I don't know. This one might be too easy as a puzzle though, because like we have all these things up here. Realizing how much work it really was for the Mario Picross devs, they had to think through so much stuff. There's so many things that we don't even think about that goes into a Picross puzzle. Okay, what if this one was higher? And also, if it was like this. And I don't know. What if we just don't have a sheep in the game? What if we simply just gave up That's the spirit. Just give up. If something doesn't look good, just give up. It will never be good. The sheep before I saw the picture was better? No. What? Is this not a good sheep? You don't think this was a good sheep? This one? What about this one? You think this sheep is better? The 3/4 view sheep. This one, this one, this sheep. I feel like it's hard to like get this thing to look good though. There's something about it. Like, how do I get the nose? Okay, so sheep have noses like this. And then they have the sleepy one like this. I guess I could do this. This one is quite sheep-like in some ways. Is this good? His face feels a bit wide. Wait, what about this? What about this sheep? Or what if the face was down more? Do sheep have ears? Yes. Yes, they do. Or what if instead of this, it was like this? I guess this looks sheep-like enough, right? It's like, that's fine. It's fairly similar to a sheep. I think this one's fine. Alright, but then we can have these farther up. These. Oh, I do also need to end my stream. What a nice chin this sheep has. True, it sure does. Maybe this is good enough. Although I feel like this might be too easy as a puzzle. Unless we had like some random like fur. Was it the wool, I guess? Not fur, wool. Didn't realize it was 7. It is pretty late. Sheep. But I mean, this stuff isn't really part of the puzzle though. Okay, what if we had like this? What if it was like this? Or like this? What if it was like this? No, I don't know. Man. Alright, I'm gonna work on this off stream. Let me just copy paste this into my other Sprite. Oops. Wait, how do I guess I could just commit it. New tag, sheep. Let's put this on a separate branch. Sheep. Work in progress, sheep puzzle. Git push origin. Alright, well that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. We did some stuff today. We made a bonfire, we made a crab, a frog, fried rice. That's several puzzles right there. Oh, I probably should have I probably should have saved the other sheep, because I also kind of like that other sheep. Oh well, it's too late. Oh, what the heck is it? This is a really nice looking place. Faroe Islands? I don't even know where that is. What the heck is that? Scotland? Is near Scotland. What brand is your microwave? I don't know. Aren't all microwaves made by the same brand? I forgot I had this open. Hey everyone, I'm gonna close the lobby. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to return to menu. You have been kicked from the lobby. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Let's find out what day it is. Let's rate someone. Mine is a Panasonic. That's the guy who runs really fast. Alright. Ooh, National Sandwich Day. What else? Smart Home Day. Homemaker Day. Job Action Day. Give someone $1 day. Let's do National Sandwich Day. Twitch is trying to run an ad. Let's snooze that. National Sandwich Day raid. It's also Godzilla Day. No, there's no way. How could there be Godzilla on Sandwich Day? There's only one day, and it's Sandwich Day. Alright, let's see. Who do I send you to? Who is streaming that I can raid? A bunch of people are streaming. And I will send you over to one of these people. And this person is going to be... Nope, that is a starting soon screen. What about this person? What about this person is playing Mega Man of some sort? But it's not real Mega Man. I see there are ponies. It appears to be a Mega Man game, but not a real Mega Man game. Like Mega Man if it was like My Little Ponies or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back on Wednesday with something or other. I may do it on the schedule. It is on together, but it could be something else. We don't know. It could literally be anything. Not literally anything. It's probably not going to be like League of Legends or like Valorant. But it could be many things. Off, apart, on, together. I don't know. It could be League of Legends? No, it cannot be League of Legends. I would never willingly play League of Legends. Unless someone had like a gun pointed to my head and they're like, Wolfie, play League of Legends right now. In which case I would have to consider. I would have to think about it. It could be unwilling. Yeah, someone could hold me hostage and be like, stream League of Legends now. If we get you to your sub goal, will you play it? Nope, I will not. Anyway, the raid's going. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.